Hello, this is Ashee from Crafting with Ashee, and welcome to this card making tutorial. I hope this finds you well. Let me show you the card I have to share with you today. It's this lovely floral congratulations card, and it features the Happy Hibiscus stamp set and hybrid embossing folder and matching dies, and I just love how it's turned out, so I thought I'd share it with you today. And let me show you the stamp set. It's, as I said, Happy Hibiscus, and it's this one. Sorry about the glare. Where are we going to put it to get the glare? There we go. And you can see it's a two-step stamping, and we're going to be using quite a bit out of the stamp set. So let's get on and do some stamping. I'm going to use the stamping tool to make my life a little bit easier. I'm going to be stamping our outline in Memento Tuxedo Black. So let's do that. Sorry about any glare. It is a really, as I'm filming this, it is a grey, extremely foggy day here in Lincoln. So I have to have lots of lights on, and unfortunately that's causing a bit of glare. So it is. Okay, so let's stamp that. And all three flowers come on one stamp set, though they do die cut separately. So let's clean that up so we can take it out of our stamping tool. I do love my simple chamois. It makes life so much easier. As long as I don't chuck it all away all over the place, that is. There we go. So let's put this back in here. And now you can see you've got the three bits to do the two-step stamping. So let's get those bits out here. And these are really easy to line up, and you can stamp them all in the same colour, or you can do different colours. And initially, if you can't figure out the right way, just keep going around in a circle until you're happy with the placement. So that's fine for that one. Let's do this one here, and they are remarkably easy to line up. You could do this without a stamping platform. I'm actually going to do it that way for my leaves, so I'll show you that you can do it both ways. You don't need to use the stamping platform. It's not de rigueur. Okay, so pick those up. Now let's stamp some colour. So let's go with some Petunia Pop for one of these. I'm just going to stamp down. Yeah, I like that. So close that up, and I am going to use some Berry Burst for the small one up here. If you do get ink like I've done there where you don't want it, just take a tissue or a cloth and just wipe it off. Which is what I've just done. There we go. And now we're going to stamp the last one, which is going to be Pretty in Pink for the largest flower. I'm just going to stamp that down. I think it needs a bit more. As it's such a light colour, I'm not too concerned if it goes on the other flowers. You won't hardly see it. There we go. I think that will do. I'm not sure. I think I wanted a bit more. Give it a good ink up. And as I said, if you don't want it on the others, you can just wipe that off for now. That's better. Okay, so let's clear up this mess and give ourselves some space. I don't know about you, however hard I try, I always end up creating in an area that's sort of the size of a postage stamp, it feels. So let's get rid of these. So I hope you all had a lovely Christmas and New Year. It was very quiet for me. I won't go into details, but I'm glad we're in the new year, put it that way. And I'm looking forward to spring. I can't wait to see the first spring flowers. I'm not a fan of winter. I love spring and all the new flowers and new growth. I love my flowers, so can't wait for spring. Okay, so let's stamp these leaves and get these out of the way. So we've got 2 leaves here, 2 outlines. I'm just going to put these on the block, and I'm just going to stamp these a few times. So I've got 1, 2, 3. That should be enough. Clean up again. Should just leave that there to clean up. And this, as I said, was back in Memento Tuxedo Black. You don't have to use a harsh black outline. You could just use a much softer colour of your choice. It's up to you. But I've gone for this. So now we're going to do our 2-step, and we're going to use Granny Apple Green. So this time I am just going to use my block. So just going to line this up here, and I'll stamp both of these together to save some time. There we go. And because they were together when I first stamped them, I only have to do it once, and then they'll both be in the right place. So get right over your stamp so you can see straight through your stamp. Make sure it's nicely inked up, and then down. So you don't need to have a stamping tool. You can just get your head in the camera, which I know I'm doing, and I really apologise about that, but you do need to get your head over the stamp. And there we go. Okay, so this has matching dies, an embossing folder, which are these here. So I'm going to cut everything out, and then I'm going to emboss my piece of basic white using the embossing folder, and I'm going to get all of that done, and I'll see you in a second. Okay, so everything is die cut and embossed, so we're ready to start our card. So my card base here is Petunia Pop, and this is standard A6 card base. That's an A4 sheet cut in half and then folded in half. Then I've got a piece here of basic white cardstock that measures 14.35 centimeters by 10, and I'm going to put these on the inside. Now you'll find the whole supply list and all the measurements listed and linked in the blog post, and you can find the link to that and all my social media links in the description box below, so do check those out please. And if you do make a card using this set, I'd love it if you tag me in Crafting with Ashee, or you can share it on my Facebook group, and again you'll find that link in the description box below. I think it's lovely to share and inspire each other. Okay, so let's see, we need to stamp a sentiment, so that's one thing we forgot to do. So let's do that quickly. What I forgot to do, I should rather say. So scrap piece of cardstock. We're going to bring back in Happy Hibiscus, and we're going to use Congratulations, which is here, and we're going to use some, I think we're going to use some Petunia Pop ink. So I'm going to use my grid paper to line, keep my stamp straight. It's great for doing this. And then I'm going to just pick it up with my block, and now if your block doesn't fit, usually on the diagonal it will. So let's just quickly stamp this. We're going to die cut this out as well, so it doesn't have to worry about it being too straight. Just there we go. So I'm going to quickly die cut that out, and I'll be back. Okay, so that's die cut out, but I wanted to pop from my white background, so I'm just going to run it through my ink pad. So I just catch the edge, just like that, just dab it onto the ink pad, and I've just caught the edge, and it just gives a very tiny border, and that will help it pop from the white background. Okay, so let's start to arrange our flowers however we want them. I'm going to pop some of these up, and some of these I'm going to lie flat. So I think this first one I am going to lie flat, and I'm only going to put glue for now in the centre of the flower so that I can tuck as I so wish later on. Well, let's see, how do I want this to go? Maybe like that. And then I'm going to have this one here. So this one I'm going to pop up. So I'm going to bring in my dimensionals. And again, I'm just going to stick one dimensional in the centre here. And just going to have that maybe like that. And then we've got this little one here. So we want to put our sentiment down. So let's put that onto some dimensionals as well. So I'm going to use up my edges here. I've got little bits here. I'm going to use them up. Edges of your dimensionals are all good dimension. They're all the same thing, so don't waste it. Use it up. There we go. Just take the backings off. Now, this Happy Hibiscus is an online exclusive, so you won't find it in any of the catalogues, but it is there on the online shop. And I just love, oh, I'm a sucker for any floral card. I absolutely adore them. Okay, so let's put that, should we put it on, tuck it under both? Yeah, I think so. There we go. And then we're going to have maybe this one here. So I'm going to put a dimensional on this as well, a bit more towards the side, and maybe a bit of glue. No, we'll put glue on later if we need. Just going to tuck everything and get the arrangement as we want it. Now some leaves. Leaves I really do think make the whole thing, so I need some leaves. I'm going to put one here for sure. And then another one here. But I think a small one. I don't know. Maybe. That'll do. As you see, I'm not putting a lot of glue, so we can lift and tuck as we need, and it's not going to come off, it's going to be fine. So let's see, maybe something else here. It needs to be balanced with something here. Balance that out, and then definitely need something there. And then where are we going to put this last one? So I think we do need another one just to balance it out. No, that looks weird. What about there? I think so. I think that'll do. Now you've got everything down, you can go around and add a bit more glue just where you think it might need it, just to hold everything down. And then I am going to add a few more dimensionals underneath here because I can feel it just flopping. So I'm going to add one there. I'm just taking both backings off and just putting it underneath. One there, and then one there, and I think here. because I don't want it to get squashed in the post when it goes through the machines or whatever they use. I know in other countries you can ask for something to be hand sorted. You can't in the UK, so I tend to be quite generous with my dimensions. What do you think of that? Does that look halfway acceptable? I'm going to use some of these tinsel gems, and I'm going to use some of these pinky ones here. And I'm going to keep everything on the sort of diagonal that we've got going. So these are the tinsel 4 gems, 4-pack. You've also got some tinsel that's a 3-pack. And let's see. One, two, three, four, 5. 6. I always do what numbers? 7. Okay. There are 2 cards. I hope you liked them. If you did, I'd be grateful if you could give it that thumbs up. And please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. It really does help. Thank you for joining me today for this card making tutorial featuring the Happy Hibiscus stamp set and bundle from Stampin' Up. And until next time, enjoy being creative. Bye.